If you're just starting your first job, I think you should watch this episode. We have been growing very fast in the last 12 months and we needed some extra hands to help us take on more work and also respond to more briefs. So we decided to recruit a few new graduates. Interns and graduates have been central to our talent model. We usually recruit 10 graduates a year, every summer. It allows us to shape them, train them from the ground. We give them very early on responsibilities and accountabilities. Some of them are client-facing within the first couple of months. We ensure that after the program, they are very well-rounded. Two of our interns from 7 years ago, one is an account director, one is a senior business director. They have climbed the manager ladder, they have grown with the agency. Some of them are managing multi-million pounds clients. We must have done something right within this graduate program and growing talent within the agency, having all those guys at the top of the agency. And you should speak to Kate to see and get some visibility on what's going to happen in the next few weeks with this new graduate intake.
All right, thanks, Majid. Hello, Kate.
Hello.
So I have just spoken to Majid and he's told me that we're doing our graduate program now.
Yes, very busy few weeks for us. We've got new interns joining us across both our London and New York offices, which is super exciting.
And what is it you look for in an intern?
The internship at Socially Powerful is interesting because we don't necessarily require people to have done marketing at university. Really what I'm looking for is when I look at people's CVs, I want to understand why they've applied for this role. I want to be able to understand, okay, this is why they're interested.
What is your role in supporting the interns and nurturing them and helping them grow?
So yeah, we have a very comprehensive training program that we develop year on year. Basically over the first kind of month or so, my role is ensuring that they are being given training by relevant team members. The best way for them to learn is by doing stuff. So having those training sessions and then kind of complementing that with actually kind of on the job learning. The exciting thing about the internship is just kind of seeing the progress that the interns make over the course of the 6 months, from when they come and they're quite nervous on their first day and they don't necessarily really know how things work, to then seeing them kind of grow in confidence and seeing them going off and pitching and briefing influencers, chatting to clients by the end of the 6 months. I think is really, really exciting. I think really rewarding for everyone, for me and for the line managers and for the teams that are kind of training them.
So we have two OGs who have been here for 7 or 8 years. They started off as interns and they have grown to be account directors, really important, integral people at Socially Powerful. I've dug up some of the old vlogs from when they was on it about 7 years ago. I'm going to show them the highlights, the compilation, get their reaction and get them to give some real insight into Socially Powerful as a company.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Oh my goodness. I actually don't think I can watch this. I was so pale.
You look like
I look like shit.
chav.
Is this going to be a tough watch, do you think?
No, I can't watch it. Can we put it on mute?
Yeah, Coralie. I went to Essex Uni with Natasha. I actually didn't want to go to uni. I told everyone that
Who cares though?
Happy birthday!
Who's birthday? Oh my god! So this is exactly 6 years ago. 7.
Happy birthday to
You can tell how uncomfortable I was.
Why? Oh my god!
Am I beating everyone? Not yet.
What's staying there now?
For the influencer marketing masterclass.
What am I wearing?
Oh my god, here we go.
That's my favourite one.
I write in my spare time.
How do you feel after watching that back? 7 years later.
I think embarrassed as one, but also
It's nostalgic. It's
very nostalgic. I mean, we were just so new. I started this job and I didn't really even know what an influencer was. I mean, you were already so into the blogosphere. You were obsessed with
YouTube,
yeah,
which is mad.
Do you remember your first week here?
Vividly remember it. I vividly remember compiling lists and lists of prospects on spreadsheets, and I was very much excited about the creative side of things. And then obviously we were given a lot of responsibility early on.
How would you say you lead differently now to how you were led 8 years ago?
The expectation for what standards they would accept and like having that perfection early on, that was instilled in us from day dot. In terms of my leadership style, like I have very high expectations, but maybe I lead with slightly more empathy.
It was different then because it was the CEO trying to run the company and manage us. Now there's a lot more layers of like review, and obviously we can do it slightly different. And yes, the stakes are still high, but they're a lot higher then because we didn't have any clients.
And I mean now there's
clients.
also limited when you're a startup with 6 employees. There's limited process in place.
Yeah.
Now we have systems, operations, structures, processes.
For the new joiners joining soon, if you both had one piece of advice to give them, what would it be?
Read as much as you can, ask as many questions as possible, be very curious, be a sponge, and be proactive more than anything, I would say.
Thanks guys, that was really nice, and we'll do
Was
this
that a bit
again in
chaotic?
7 years.
So, I spoke to a few OGs at the agency, but I think I'm going to open this up to the wider team and ask them some quick fire questions about what it's really like to work at Socially Powerful. Let's go.
It's not necessarily cringy, but I do think it's unnecessary, is that I used to reply to messages within like 3 seconds. If someone messaged me, I'd be like in that chat immediately waiting for them to reply.
I tried to lead a meeting on my 3rd day and I didn't know how to share my screen.
I think even though I was told the dress code was casual at my last place, I turned up in like basically a suit.
As an intern, I would go and get my boss coffee every single day, which I don't think is actually needed, but I would do it just to impress her, and it worked. I got offered a full-time job. I'm not cringy. I've never been cringy. Perfection exists.
I don't need to do cringy things to impress.
Send emails past 10 p.m.
It's not cringe.
It's bad.
That's hard working.
It's too much dedication. It's giving cringe. That's what it's giving.
Try to fit in and develop a really thick Essex accent. That, looking back now, that gives me major like anxiety.
Can you go for the vlog?
Obviously, I was out the other day, right, and I was chatting to her, and she was a proper sort, right.
If you ever go to someone with a problem, try and also come up with a solution.
Slow down. Take time, reread things, clarify, slow down.
Protect your calendar, like as best as you can. Like I think it's so easy to say yes to everything initially, but you got to like give yourself some time throughout the week where you can just like get your head down and crack on.
Keep true to who you are. Don't try to conform to people that aren't like you.
Be confident, also speak to everyone.
Never be afraid to ask questions.
To not overthink and deep it. I know it's easier said than done.
To believe in yourself, because when I first joined I was so shy. I hated public speaking, and now I sound pretty good, so just stick for it.
So, I'm here with Kate, HR. So, Kate.
Yes.
Do you remember your first day?
Oh, I do. We just moved to that building, but we were in a different office. And I remember Coralie came down to let me in, and she couldn't work out how to get into the building. So we were like wandering around a building site, and I was very, very confused. But I just remember being very, very excited.
When did you realise you wanted to stay at Socially Powerful?
Oh, I think quite early on, I realised there was something pretty special about the agency. I think the exciting thing was the pace at which the agency was growing, and kind of being able to develop my own skills and feel like I was really growing as the agency was growing. Also, like as soon as I got to know the people, I just felt like I'd found somewhere where I really belonged, and people that I really admired and worked well with, but also just like got on with as people. And I think that when you can kind of come to work and feel like your full authentic self, I think that's really exciting.
What was your first ever task or brief?
Oh, I worked quite early on a pitch for. It was really exciting. I was given loads of creative freedom with it. It was a game they were about to launch. We were pitching for this game launch, and we got to go to the offices, which was really exciting. So I got to do like an in-person pitch.
What's something James or Majid said to you that stuck?
One thing that Majid has always kind of consistently said to me over the years is that, there's no shame or issue with making mistakes.
Yeah.
It's really kind of like what you learn from those mistakes and how you develop from them. As I've grown through the agency, I've come to realise that you can learn just as much from your mistakes as you can from your wins.
For the new intern starting this week,
yeah.
Have you got one piece of advice you could give
Oh,
them?
okay. The way to get the most out of the internship is just to kind of like get involved, show eagerness to learn and develop, and just take on everything you can and like throw yourself into it. That's kind of an attitude that we expect across the team, is that kind of like proactivity and that drive and ambition. It's really just yours to the taking, so kind of go out there and grab it with open arms.
Oh, I'm taking it. No. Oh no. No paps.
Slow zoom.
No, don't do that. I've got